with John Huck for 3 minutes.
Thank you. And first, thanks to Jim Fritz for putting this together tonight. It's a lot of work, and thank you, all of you, for coming here tonight. You are 3 candidates. 4 years ago, I was elected as our county commissioner by a majority in all 3 districts, and for that, I am very grateful. During the last 4 years, I have learned how to get things done, who to go to in the county, in the state, and at the federal level. 4 years ago, I promised to work hard for the environment and for our economy. And I've learned, and probably most of you know, that the economy and the environment in this county are closely linked. For example, over $20 million a year comes into the county from aquafish or aquaculture, shellfish. And in order for that to succeed, we need to have clean water. And I've worked hard for clean water, not only through legislation, but by working as the vice chair of the State Board of Health. I also know, as we all do, that the environment is extremely important to our tourist economy. Not long ago, last year, we were surprised and saddened to hear that many of the state parks were going to be closed due to a budget crunch. 2 of them were Fort Flagler and Old Fort Townsend. You can imagine what that would have done to our local economy. So I went to Olympia along with other people and some other county commissioners, and lobbied hard, talked before the state parks board and to our legislature, and finally, after much struggle, those parks were saved, and they will stay open in the near future. Not long ago, I received a number of emails and letters from a number of citizens who were very upset because a mature forest between 2 of our county parks was about to be clear cut. This forest is used by our Kiwanis camp for children who are handicapped and their adults, and the Kiwanis camp would have severely suffered. I went to the board of
I'm sorry.
public lands.
You're done. I don't know how to read this. I thought you had a minute when you actually had it less.
Well, I'll finish up if that's okay. So anyway, I went to the board of the Department of Natural Resources and to the people in charge of the National Forest state lands. And those trees are not going to be cut. They're going to be saved for the camp, and the land will be given to the county, and we'll be able to have a park that will be used by all of us, and particularly by these kids. There are many other things that I've done the last 4 years.
Thank you, John. I believe the time's up. We're moving in alphabetical order, so Jim Boyer, you're next. You have 3 minutes. Or more, whatever works out.
I've got a real watch now with the second hand, so it's better as we go along.
My wife and I own property in Fort Townsend and Fort Ludlow since 1999, and we made this our home in 2002. I've represented the village of Fort Ludlow on the village council for the last 3 years, and in doing so, issues that began primarily at that time with the Shoreline Master Program came to our attention, and I began attending both planning commission meetings and county commissioner meetings, and I came to realize that much of what goes on in the county is directed by specific and special interest groups, and I don't feel this is beneficial to the citizens of the entire county, and especially in our 3rd district. I have a lot of friends in Rotary International, and the Rotarians, a benevolent organization, use a 4-way test for their projects. Number 4 in that is, will this be beneficial to everyone involved? What I've seen here is that our county has fallen into a pattern of making decisions based on a style that you would see in a courtroom, where someone has to lose so that someone else can win. These are not well-managed decisions, and these are not being implemented for the benefit of everyone in our county. As I began to work on these programs and on these issues, I met people from Gardner to Brennan, all over our county, and realized that many people feel that they're being ignored, even though they're in a majority of the feelings that go on as far as home ownership, land ownership, property rights, and other issues. Because I believe in the Constitution and in personal property rights, and because we are in the state of Washington in the county of Jefferson, and I stand for what this country believes in, I'm running to retire Mr. Austin and represent all of the citizens in the 3rd District.
Thank you. Diane Johnson?
And did that signal, Ruth, did that mean
That
1
means
minute
1
left?
minute.
Oh, okay, good. I am Diane Johnson, and I am your grassroots candidate for county commissioner. I'm not affiliated with either party, and I am not affiliated with any special outside interest groups. That means that my #1 priority can be the people of Jefferson County and their needs and concerns. And I intend as commissioner to give those people a strong voice in county government. I do believe, as Mr. Boyer does, that many people in District 3, especially in District 2, the rural districts, do not feel represented by the current commission, and that includes the incumbent. District 3 is rich in natural resources, but it lacks the infrastructure that it needs in order to attract and support businesses that can provide family wage jobs. I will bring balance to the issues of environmental protection and development that is needed in order to revitalize District 3 and the rest of the county. I will bring common sense to the table. I would propose targeted solutions to specific problems rather than large blanket solutions that are too big, they cost too much, they harm or restrict the activities of our citizens, and they don't always solve the problems they were intended to solve. We can't afford that kind of waste in a downturned economic environment like we have right now. I would ask our county departments to immediately implement austerity budgets, not just cut back, but austerity, and focus on 3 things: the health and safety of the citizens and getting our people back to work. Anything else needs to be put on the back burner until the economic climate improves. I grew up here. I went away to school. I came back here 16 years ago. I live here. This is my home. I love Jefferson County, and I especially love the rural areas. I intend to be a strong voice, and a vote for me is a vote for a voice for the rural people in Jefferson County, and a vote for me is a vote for a healthier place for us to live and work. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. We have grouped a bunch of questions here, and these questions deal with how do we get a balance between the environment and property rights. Jim Boyer, would you start this off, please? You have 2 minutes.
Our environment is obviously beneficial and important to everyone. The path the county has taken has been based on the decisions that any sort of improvement in development, any sort of job expansion, any sort of new businesses would be detrimental to our environment. I don't think this is the case. You can debate both sides of environment against economics all day long, but you can't debate the situation we're in now because of the path we've chosen. I know several businesses myself that have been turned away from opportunities to start up in this county, and I know some that are having trouble expanding right now. I don't believe that allowing businesses to expand would be to the detriment of our environment. I also believe that a healthy economy is beneficial to all of our citizens. Again, that 4th element of the Rotary test, will that be beneficial to everyone involved? We have a condition now where young people graduating from high school here must leave to get a higher education, and once they have a degree, they don't return. Those that wish to not go the path of college don't have living wage jobs here to look forward to and have to leave. We're sending our best and brightest, our youth, away while we're keeping the most troublesome and the less guided of our youth here in the county. This is not a good policy.
Thank you. Diane Johnson, you have 2 minutes.